You're watching the Breadfruit News. My name is Jenny Steele. Members of the UN Security Council are voting to back a multinational task force led by Kenya that will be deployed to help tackle the gangs in Haiti. Almost 250,000 people have fled their homes due to escalating gang violence in the country. Estimates are there's more than 150 gangs and 80% of the capital, Port-au-Prince, is controlled by them. Kenya has stepped up to lead the security support mission, pledging to send 1,000 security officers to the country, whilst Jamaica, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas and Suriname say they will deploy troops. The US has not committed to sending personnel, but has confirmed an investment of $185 million to bolster the Haitian National Police Force. It comes following the Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry's calls for international support at the UN General Assembly, which wraps up last week. Guyana has expressed concerns with Venezuela's renewed claims that the sovereignty of the territory of Essequibo needs to be determined. The Venezuelan National Assembly is calling for a referendum on the region. Venezuelan authorities say the result of a vote will validate its claims of sovereignty. The Guyanese government say a permanent resolution should only be raised with the International Court of Justice in The Hague. They want to ensure a peaceful solution that abides with international law. Venezuelan government say they're planning to present evidence of the claim to the disputed territory to the ICJ in April next year. The government of Bermuda is continuing to restore its IT systems after what it calls a sophisticated and unprecedented cyber attack. It happened on September the 20th and forced the government to take all of its systems offline. Online and card payments couldn't be accepted at a number of government departments, including the Ministries of Health and Finance, and the government's email system, job board and switchboard were all out of service. Bermuda's Department of Information and Digital Technology has been unable to confirm what data has been compromised. The Bermudan government say it's working with international experts to build a new secure network to prevent future attacks. An investigation has been opened by the country's police service. To date, no groups have claimed responsibility for the attack. It follows a spate of threats to Caribbean cybersecurity. Back in May, government systems in Martinique were attacked, which led to recent strikes as some services have not been restored. In March last year, a utility company on St. Martin was hit with a ransomware attack, which is still affecting their services. It came after government systems were targeted and crippled back in 2018. And in 2015, St. Vincent and the Bahamas saw both of their government websites hacked by groups claiming to be radical Islamist extremists. St. Lucia's Department of Forestries has temporarily prohibited hunting this year. The fisheries hunting season is open though. Certain species of sea turtle, lobster and conch can be hunted. It says islands including Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica and Grenada have opened their hunting seasons. In Dominica, crabs, monicou or opossum and agouti may be hunted, whilst hunting permits in Grenada allow the hunting of animals including scaly-necked pigeon, iguana and monkey. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is yet to confirm details of their hunting season following a moratorium last year. Curaçao's incoming Attorney General is calling for the judicial system to be more accessible for speakers of Papiamento. Dutch is the principal language used for judicial proceedings in the country. Juliano Schupp, who will become Attorney General in February, gave his first speech in Papiamento. He claims that legal processes conducted in Dutch are a barrier to islanders whose mother tongue is Papiamento. It comes as a new code of criminal procedure is before Parliament, which could mandate that documents and hearings are translated into the language people involved in judicial proceedings speak. Dominica is swearing in its first indigenous woman as president. Mrs. Sylvanie Burton is Kalinago, one of the few indigenous groups remaining in the Caribbean. She'll be sworn into the office at the State House Conference Centre. A new marine nature park has been legally established in the Dutch Caribbean. The Yarari Sanctuary includes the territorial waters of Bonaire, St. Eustatius and Sabre. The word Yari comes from the Taino Indian language and means a fine place. Curaçao has seen the crowning of El Salvador's first Miss Teen World. 18-year-old Julia Zanoni clinched the title ahead of first runner-up and Curacauanian Amber Ursulita Tovar. The international beauty pageant was held at Papagayo Beach in Curaçao. A coin has been minted by the British Royal Mint, memorialising a Jamaican heroine. The commemorative £5 coin is dedicated to nurse and herbalist Mary Seacole. She treated British troops during the Crimean War. It's part of a series of commemorative coins recognising the most inspiring British wartime heroes. In entertainment, Major Hype has said sorry after a video clip of him saying Guyana isn't Caribbean went viral. The comedian faced serious backlash from some members of the Guyanese community. Major Hype has apologised during an on-air interview on Guyanese radio station 94.1 Boom FM, saying he wanted to show respect to people who were upset by his comment. King of Soca Machel Montano has thanked everyone for turning up at the One Guyana Super Concert. The event over the weekend gave fetters a chance to continue celebrating the Guyana Amazon Warriors' success after they won their first Caribbean Premier League Cricket Championship. In sport, some firsts to celebrate. Belize has its first referee qualifying for the 2024 FIFA listing. Jose Colindres is the first candidate from Belize to qualify, whilst Team USA has its first black head swimming coach, and he's from Trinidad and Tobago. Anthony Nesty was picked to lead the US men's swimming team at Paris 2024 Olympics. Volleyball, and on the fourth stop of the North Central America and Caribbean Volleyball Confederation Beach Volleyball Tour, Puerto Rico beat the US to win the women's gold medal, whilst the US men had success over the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana Volleyball Classic. They won for the second year running. In netball, the World Netball rankings have been updated to include the results from the Central America and Caribbean Games and the Netball World Cup. The results have not changed the top 6 teams, though. Australia remain at the top of the table, with Jamaica in 4th place, just behind England. In football, the current leaders at the group stages of the CONCACAF Nations League football are as follows. Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica lead League A. In League B, St. Lucia, Nicaragua, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Puerto Rico top their respective groups, whilst French St. Martin, Aruba and Dominica are leading their groups in League C. And finally, in weather, a tropical storm warning is in place for Bermuda, while a watch remains for Antigua. It means storm conditions are possible within 12 hours. The centre of Tropical Storm Philippe is expected to pass near or just northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Passengers looking to fly from St. John's Airport in Antigua are advised to check before they travel due to cancellations. You've been listening to the Breadfruit News. I'm Jenny Steele.